Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with such an urgent need that it feels like your own body is playing a trick on you? Imagine that feeling. It's 2 a.m. You are in a deep sleep, and suddenly an uncontrollable urge rips you from your rest. Your steps are uncertain. You search for the bathroom through the shadows, and even if you manage to return to bed, the rest is already lost. Night after night, this cycle steals your energy, your focus, and your mood almost without you noticing. Did you know that waking up multiple times during the night to use the bathroom is not simply a normal part of getting older? Many people accept it as a natural consequence of aging, but in reality, it can be a sign that something deeper is happening in the body. It doesn't just interrupt your rest, it also wears down your memory, affects the heart, and, most alarmingly, increases the risk of falls in the dark. After years of working with men and women over 65, I have seen how this problem, known as nocturia, quietly robs quality of life. Picture the following scene. It's 2 a.m., you're sleeping soundly, and suddenly that uncontrollable urgency appears. You get up with unsteady steps, search for the bathroom in dim light, and even if you return to bed, sleep is no longer the same. The next day you wake up tired, lacking energy, and the story repeats night after night. What few people realize is that the cause does not always depend on how much liquid you drink, but also on the foods you eat. And here comes the good news. There are simple, natural solutions that can give you back peaceful nights. Today you will discover 3 everyday foods and a 7-day plan that have transformed the lives of many people. Believe me, what you are about to learn could be the first step toward deep and restorative sleep. Let's explain the problem, nocturia, and its risks. Nocturia is the medical term we use when a person needs to get up 2, 3, or even more times at night to urinate. It may seem minor, like an inevitable detail of aging, but when these awakenings are frequent, it represents a health problem that requires attention. Why does it happen? Over the years, the bladder can lose elasticity and its ability to hold urine for several hours. In men, an enlarged prostate presses on the urethra and makes it difficult to empty completely. In women, weakness of the pelvic floor can cause a constant sense of urgency. Added to this are common conditions after the age of 60, such as high blood pressure, diabetes, or heart problems, which alter the body's fluid balance. But beyond the cause, the truly concerning part is the consequences. Think of your sleep as a staircase. To feel rested, you need to climb all the steps to reach the deep phase. Every time you get up to use the bathroom, it's like falling off that staircase and having to start over. The result the next day is fatigue, difficulty concentrating, memory problems, and irritability. And there is something even more delicate. Getting up in the dark, half asleep, greatly increases the risk of falls. A hip fracture at 75 or 80 years old is not just any accident. It could mean losing independence forever. That's why I insist, nocturia is not just an annoyance. It can be the tip of the iceberg of something more serious. The good news is that you don't have to resign yourself. With simple changes to your diet and daily habits, it's possible to regain peaceful and safe nights. Before continuing, I would love to know something to connect with our community. What city or country are you watching from? Write it in the comments. I love meeting people who truly care about their health, and it helps me create content that is more useful and relevant for you and your region. Let's get to the point. The first helpful food, pumpkin seeds, also known as pepitas. This first natural guardian against nocturia is closer than you might imagine. It's not an expensive supplement or a strange pill, but a humble food full of power. Pumpkin seeds, found in many kitchens, are small, silent heroes for urinary health and nighttime rest. You might associate them with autumn festivals, soups, or a simple snack, but their true magic lies in their nutrients. They are especially rich in zinc, a mineral vital for proper bladder function and, in men, for prostate health. In men, zinc helps maintain a healthy prostate, reducing pressure on the urethra and making it easier to empty the bladder completely. In women, it strengthens the pelvic floor muscles, improving urinary control and reducing sudden urges. Think of zinc as a mechanic that adjusts and reinforces the plumbing in your body, but its power doesn't stop there. These tiny seeds also contain tryptophan, an amino acid the body converts into serotonin and then into melatonin. Simply put, While they protect the bladder, they whisper to the brain, "It's time to sleep deeply." Let me tell you the story of Mr. Richard, a 72-year-old man from Miami. He came to the consultation exhausted, admitting that he would get up to 5 times every night. His wife, worried, said he was no longer the same, irritable and without energy. I recommended adding a handful of pepitas to his dinner, for example, over a pumpkin or vegetable puree. 3 weeks later, he returned with a radiant smile. He went from 5 nighttime interruptions to only 1. "I've started dreaming again," he told me excitedly. It had been years since he could. How to incorporate them into your daily routine? The best way is to eat them raw or lightly toasted, always without added salt, as salt promotes fluid retention, which is exactly what we want to avoid. The right amount is small, what fits in the palm of your hand, about 25 grams. You can add them to natural yogurt in the morning, sprinkle them over a salad, or enjoy them as a snack between meals. In some regions of the United States and Latin America, there is a delicious tradition: preparing pumpkin seed water or milk. You just need to soak them for a few hours, blend them with water and a touch of cinnamon, strain them, and drink a warm glass a couple of hours before bed. It is a true balm for the bladder and for rest. Remember, the key is consistency. Don't expect miracles in a single night. The body needs time to absorb these nutrients and regulate itself. With 1 or 2 weeks of daily use, you will notice the difference. Pumpkin seeds are, in short, a gift from nature. They strengthen the bladder, relieve the prostate, relax the mind, and pave the way for nights of deep sleep. Such a simple food can be your first step toward a life with more energy, fewer interruptions, and greater nighttime peace. The second helpful food is avocado. This everyday and powerful fruit goes far beyond accompanying guacamole, toast, or a fresh salad. Few people know that its creaminess is a true natural medicine for the bladder and a crucial support in combating nocturia. Why? Because avocado concentrates 2 fundamental minerals, magnesium and potassium. Magnesium, known as the mineral of relaxation, helps muscles throughout the body loosen, including the muscles in the bladder wall. A tense bladder is like a nervous balloon, sending urgency signals even with a small amount of urine. With enough magnesium, the bladder calms down and stops interrupting sleep night after night. Potassium, on the other hand, acts as a fluid regulator. It prevents retention that pressures the bladder and causes those annoying awakenings. By maintaining a healthy balance in the body, potassium reduces nighttime load on the kidneys and promotes continuous rest. In addition, avocado brings another gift: its healthy fats. These are monounsaturated fats with a strong anti-inflammatory effect. And remember that chronic inflammation is a silent enemy of health as we age, including the urinary system. Eating avocado regularly helps reduce inflammation, calm, and protect the body. Let me share the story of Mrs. Isabel, a 78-year-old woman from Los Angeles. She came to the consultation complaining not only of nocturia, but also of painful leg cramps that kept her from sleeping. I suggested something simple: adding half an avocado to her dinner, in a light salad with tomato and onion. A few weeks later, she called me, excited. Not only was she getting up less at night, but the cramps had almost completely disappeared. Magnesium was doing double duty, relaxing the bladder and the muscles in her legs. Many patients ask with concern, "Doesn't avocado make you gain weight?" It's a common myth. Consumed in the right amount, half an avocado a day not only does not cause weight gain, but also provides satiety, controls appetite, and nourishes the brain. How to incorporate it easily? The options are varied and delicious. For breakfast, on a slice of whole grain bread with a few drops of olive oil. At lunch, as part of a fresh salad. For dinner, you can mix it with fresh cheese and a little lemon, forming a smooth and nutritious cream. The essential thing is consistency. As with pumpkin seeds, the effects are not immediate, but if you make avocado a habit, it can transform your nights, giving you calm and energy the next day. In summary, avocado is not just a pleasure for the palate. It is a nutritional treasure that relaxes the bladder, balances fluids, reduces inflammation, and strengthens overall health. Half an avocado daily can make the difference between interrupted nights and deep, restful sleep. The third helpful food is almonds. This third member of our powerful trio may seem like a simple nut to snack on, but in reality, they are tiny capsules of nutrients capable of transforming your nights and urinary health. For men and women over 65, almonds are much more than a snack. They are a natural treatment against nocturia. Why? Like avocado, almonds are an excellent source of magnesium, the mineral of relaxation. This mineral calms the nervous system, relaxes the bladder muscles, and helps the body enter a deep state of rest. A relaxed bladder means fewer nighttime urgencies, and therefore, fewer sleep interruptions. But magnesium is not the only gift. Almonds also provide high-quality plant protein, essential for strengthening the pelvic floor, that set of muscles that supports the bladder. A strong pelvic floor improves urinary control, something especially valuable for women who, after pregnancies and years of life, may notice weakness in this area. Additionally, they contain tryptophan and vitamin B6, nutrients that support the natural production of melatonin, the sleep hormone. This means they not only help control the bladder, but also promote deeper, more restorative rest. Let me tell you about Mr. Louis and Mrs. Elena, a married couple from San Diego, 76 and 74 years old. Both suffered from nocturia and decided to change their routine together. They began eating a small handful of almonds in the mid-afternoon, and Mrs. Elena also prepared homemade almond milk to drink before bed. After a month, Mr. Louis noticed a great improvement in his nighttime awakenings, and Mrs. Elena felt more secure, with fewer leaks. The most beautiful part was seeing how they regained the peace of sleeping uninterrupted, side by side. How to incorporate them? The best way is to eat them raw, without salt, sugar, or chocolate coatings. An appropriate portion is small, about 20 grams, what fits in a handful. A practical tip: soak them in water overnight and peel them the next day. This process makes them more digestible and allows the body to absorb their nutrients better. You can enjoy them in many ways: added to natural yogurt, chopped in a fruit salad, or simply alone as a healthy snack. And if you want to go a step further, homemade almond milk is a wonderful option. You just need to blend the soaked almonds with water and strain the liquid. Unlike commercial milk, the homemade version has no additives or added sugars and is a perfect natural calming drink for the night. In summary, almonds are not just a nutritious food, they are comprehensive support. They relax the system, strengthen the muscles, and promote deep sleep. If you incorporate them consistently, you will notice how something so small can transform your rest and your daily well-being. 7-day practical plan. Now that you know your 3 main allies, pumpkin seeds, avocado, and almonds, here is a simple guide to integrate them into your daily routine. This is not a strict or complicated diet, but a 7-day plan that is easy to follow, designed for people over 65 who want to sleep better and regain energy. From day 1 to 7, in the morning, upon waking, drink a glass of warm water, optionally with a few drops of lemon. This simple gesture activates digestion and helps detoxify the body. For breakfast, choose between 2 options: a bowl of natural, unsweetened yogurt with a handful of pumpkin seeds and some chopped almonds, or a slice of whole grain bread with half an avocado mashed and a few drops of olive oil. During the day, maintain good hydration. Do not make the mistake of avoiding water thinking it will prevent nighttime awakenings. Your body needs it, especially to protect your kidneys and bladder. The key is to drink more fluids in the morning and afternoon and reduce them after 6 in the evening. In the mid-afternoon, instead of cookies or pastries, have a handful of almonds. They provide energy, protein, and magnesium, preparing your body for a more restorative night's sleep. Have a light and early dinner. Try to eat at least 2 or 3 hours before going to bed. You can prepare a fresh salad with avocado, tomato, and onion, or a vegetable puree sprinkled with pumpkin seeds. Avoid coffee, alcohol, carbonated drinks, and very spicy or salty foods, as they irritate the bladder. Before sleeping, go to the bathroom, even if you don't feel a strong urge. If you want, have a relaxing herbal tea like chamomile or lemon balm at least an hour and a half before bed. This 7-day plan is not a punishment or a rigid routine. It is an invitation to nourish your body intelligently. By repeating it, you will gradually notice how nighttime interruptions decrease, sleep deepens, and mornings begin with more energy and vitality. We have reached the end of this journey, And now you have in your hands 3 natural allies that can transform your nights: pumpkin seeds, avocado, and almonds. They are not magical or temporary solutions. They are everyday foods that, with consistency, help relax the bladder, reduce prostate inflammation, strengthen the muscles, and above all, give you deep and restorative sleep. I want you to remember something very important. Sleeping well is not a luxury. It is the foundation of health. During sleep, your memory strengthens, your heart is protected, and your energy is renewed, so you can live each day with vitality. If for years you thought waking up multiple times at night was inevitable, today I want to give you hope. It is not an age-related sentence. The solution may be in your kitchen, in those small changes that seem simple but have an enormous impact on your well-being. I invite you to take the first step tonight. Choose one of these foods and incorporate it into your dinner. Follow the 7-day plan and observe how your body responds. You will see results that will surprise you. And when you notice the change, share it with others. Your testimony can be the light someone else needs to begin their own path toward nights of deep, restorative sleep.